Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of Pokemon Iron Lions Edition. I'm ELH, the Game Master, and joining me are two lovely individuals. So, why don't we start with Yuma, then we'll go to Benno.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yuba Yavano. I am the leader of the Iron Lions. Nice to meet you. This is my story about my Pokemon journey, and I am super excited to learn how to do this Pokemon contest thing. I didn't choreograph anything ahead of time, so we'll see how this goes.
What's good, gamers? I'm Benno Sphere. Hello. I'm a pal of Yuma's and L, and I'm just helping out and hoping I can provide some assistance. I'm a rookie dungeon master myself, and I mainly just provide talking content and play a couple video games too. Let's go do it. Let's find out what a contest is like. Woo!
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, so as I get the lovely ambient music going, would you like to do the recap, Yuma, or should I?
Sure, I could do the recap. Last time on Pokemon TTRPG, we ran into a gentleman in the woods when I was going to go and train the. Oh wait, actually, first rewind. I called my mom on the phone to say, hey, I want a costume for my Pokemon contest, and can you send me something? And I was going to show her which Pokemon, which would be Celadon, to use in the contest. And what the heck? It evolved into a melodic, and so now I had this like giant, like 300-pound dragon dragon snake instead of a small little fishy. And she was like, oh my gosh. And she had some old dancing outfits to send to me, so I was like, okay, sweet. And so after getting the outfit settled, which we settled on this well, I guess I'll describe it later. And we went over to the woods back in Route, I think it was 104 or 102.
You got it.
104?
104 was correct.
Nice. I shouldn't have second guessed myself. Route 104, and ran into an older gentleman who was really zen and really chill, and brought out his Tarantrum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And decided to help me learn how to get better at contests by battle. And so we battled, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like we I can't remember what happened in the battle exactly, but I got to be familiarized with some of Melodic's moves, and he was like, you've learned much, my young Padawan. And then he walked away, and then the Tiana walked up to me, and she was like, you know who that was? I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, that was like the old Pokemon champion. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, damn it, I should have asked him more questions. And then the episode ended.
That is correct. And I tell you what, you've already got a help from Yuma. I will give you a second help from Yuma free of charge.
Yay! Oh!
Hey, let's go!
Sick!
Big Yuma energy.
All right. So, we are going to actually start almost right in the action. We are going to start at the Pokemon Center the next morning. Now, Yuma, you and Tiana, of course, have had a eventful night. You did get your clothes from your mother. But as you're sort of exiting your little room in the Pokemon Center, and you're sort of gathering around the communal tables, the little cafeteria area they have at the second floor, you see a very familiar face, a man who probably needs no introduction. You see Benno just sort of chilling in the back in a stoic fashion.
I do. Oh, yeah. Whoa, that's he's still around, I see. And I will walk up and look up at his very tallness and wave. I'm curious about what he's doing at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Yuma. I was
Oh,
just
hi.
standing here stoically.
Stoically.
What brings brings you here to what our current city is?
You're still in Rustboro.
Whoa, hey, welcome back to Rustboro. Where'd you go? I mean,
It's not like it has been a couple of days since our Pokemon battle. After I got the universe badge from you, and I basically signed up for, what was it called, Devoncore? Is that right? Devoncore down the street. They're having some kind of sponsorship contest. So I'm training up to, I guess you could call it training. I'm like prettying up to do a Pokemon contest, and Tiana's kind of helping me out as well.
Preparing for a Pokemon contest. Interesting. I'm somewhat of a contest goer myself, apparently. I think I'll join you. I totally didn't already sign up and was gonna be there anyway, but yes, on a whim, I too shall join.
Wow, I mean, that's cool. I didn't know that you could just join on a whim like that, but yeah, let's, is it morning?
You totally can't. You absolutely have
It's
to
morning.
sign up before.
Yeah, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Then, so you've already signed up then, I see.
Indeed. Indeed I have. At least I assume I have.
Yeah.
Opens up notebook. Yes, I have. See? It says so right here in my book of notes.
Is this, do you know if this is like, televised in any way? Actually, maybe that's
and actually one of the Nurse Joys that's sort of walking through and making sure everybody's, doing well. Joy kind of overhears your conversation, stops, and kind of leans in and goes, "Yeah, they're gonna broadcast it citywide, so you're participating. Have fun with that." Oh, and my little sister Nurse Joy is participating. Go easy on her, maybe just a little bit.
Well, your little sister Joy is also participating. No problem. I think we'll have a really great time. I'm gonna text my mom, and while everybody is still talking, I'm gonna text her and say, "Mom, I'm gonna be on TV. Make sure you record it, and also I'm gonna kick all their butts."
I think you get one of those mom texts where it's like, "I love you, honey!" exclamation mark way too many times with heart emojis.
It's written like a letter. Dear Yuma, comma, line break. Amazing.
Oh, kick our butts, huh? Everyone there? Well, you never know how many people are gonna show up. I'm sure maybe one of them can beat you. Maybe I will. He stands pointedly stroking his chin, absolutely fully confident, but then laughs it off. Nah, I hope you win.
Wait, why do you hope I win? This will be my first time, so I actually don't really know what I'm getting into. I just took a cursory glance at the rules, and I think I have a good idea of what my Pokemon does now.
Good. Wait.
Yeah.
Your Pokemon?
My Pokemon.
What are you bringing in with you? You gotta have a very special partner to go in by your side.
Yeah, do you remember when we battled before? I battled with Celadon.
The Feebas.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, she's gotten a little stronger now.
Choice. Oh. A little stronger. Interesting. I'm eager to see the audience's reaction to your Feebas. This should be a most interesting experience.
I'm also excited to see the audience reaction to my to Celadon. she's gotten a lot healthier. Yes.
She unhealthy beforehand?
No, it's not that she was unhealthy. No, she's just much more beautiful. She's gotten a lot more. She's leveled up. Let's say. At this point, I think I'm still dressed in my usual attire, but I'll assume that I'm holding the package, or maybe I'm going to go get the package of my clothes from Nurse Joy, or whoever is receiving the mail at the Pokemon Center. And yeah, I think how long do we have before we need to get changed and ready for the contest?
Kind of looks at her wristwatch. You got about 30 minutes before it's live, so maybe up just a little bit. Just
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Okay, Benno, I will see you in the contest arena. Where 30 minutes. Oh.
Oh god.
Wait.
Oh god, cutting it super close.
Do you have stage fright or something?
No, I just didn't realize the time.
Oh.
Sorry, I just get lost standing and looking off majestically into the wind. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go prepare.
Sounds good. Me too. I will go and grab my package and go to wherever the dressing rooms are and get changed into my outfit.
Lovely.
Work.
So I think then it makes thematic sense that we're gonna skip ahead just a little bit to where you all enter into the exhibition tent for the contest that Devon Corp is putting on. And so what the players are going to see here and what the stream is going to see here, I'll explain it in a moment, but let's get through the initial description. So the tent itself is actually like a big top tent, like think circus sized. So it's a very large tent with bleachers that sort of surround the central area on all sides. And in the middle, you have what is essentially a staging ground where all of the coordinators, all of the judges, and all of the Pokemon can more or less perform and otherwise, put on a show. And right now, the only people that are on stage are the three judges. And the three judges, one, you would have immediately recognized Yuma. It was Mark from marketing. You know Mark. You also maybe will recognize Honest Jim. You may remember him from Petalburg City. And then there's a woman you don't really know the name of. There was some sort of mention of Zonsa. But you don't know who she is, what she does. She's just kind of an unknown. But what we're going to do here is we're actually going to have everybody come out one by one. So that way, if you're wearing anything in particular that's special in Yuma's case, or even in Benno's case, this is sort of your way to hype up the crowd. This is your way to sort of get the audience going, if you will. So that there's not a whole lot of pressure on Yuma, why don't we have Benno go first here? So Benno, the announcer Mark says, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Our very first contestant is ready to go. He's going to be a treat. I know he will. Mr. Benno, come on out." And the spotlight switches over to the part where you come out of the back room and tell us what the audience sees.
let me let's just wrestler this up the whole time. The lights go dim and it goes quiet as as several spotlights finally go on, and there we go, I'll have my cape on. I will appear with my large cape, but my back is turned to the crowd, and my theme music starts playing, which I don't know, we'll say is Kenny Omega's Hopes and Dreams. I hear a battle cry. I'll raise one hand to the sky and just sort of like point upwards and snap my fingers, and a bunch of party cannons will go off, and fog will mist in to have it all mixed together, and then several lights from this huge long pathway will illuminate down as I turn with a flourish and throw out my cape with one hand. give two, and then pull up both of my hands and do two double snapping fingers into finger guns towards the audience. Greetings! What is good, everyone? Are you excited?
And
I
the
will
crowd just loses their shit. Like, they are like, oh, it's the best thing I've ever seen. I want your autograph. Woo!
And then I will do several flips and front flips and like cartwheels and do a ton of gymnastics as I enter towards the main stage, waving to everyone in the process.
There you
So
go.
I will flip my way there, do like a gymnastic, like, you know, a finisher where I throw both hands in the air, like, yes, oh, nailed it, and smile to everyone, turning to all sides, giving big waves, and then I will stand at attention at my spot.
Very good.
That's fine. And watch as the janitor people who come in and like sweep away all the, like, oh my god, I can't believe you brought all the confetti and all the
confetti that's just gotten fucking everywhere. God.
Oh, move all the lights again. Oh my god, I'm gonna move all the lights now.
Oh. But it's actually very quickly. They apparently have expert stagehands because Mark gets the audience going against, all right, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we just had our first ringer, but now the true underdog, the first contest debut for this Pokemon trainer, I give you the talent that is Yuma. And of course, Yuma, same thing. Spotlight comes on you coming out of the back room. What does the audience see, and what happens as you come out?
Okay, first question actually I have, is my Pokemon involved in this too, or do I come out without my Pokemon?
It can be if you wish.
Okay. So, there is a staircase, did you say? Or is it like a stage that you walk up onto?
I would say if you've ever seen WWE, it's
Okay.
basically the same thing.
Got it.
Where the arena isn't a big square, it's just a big oval. But same sort of thing, where you kind of have a ramp/stairs up to said arena.
Okay, so Yuma stands at the base of the so you know that entrance where there's usually like big lights and stuff like that. So there will be mist that comes in and kind of silhouettes her from behind. So that you see her standing there, but she's not wearing her usual outfit. She has long flowing sleeves, and as the mist starts to die down, she has like a kind of a pale yellow and blue sort of motif to her outfit. It's very like kimono-like, but with kind of shorts so that she can like move around a little bit easier, and surrounding her, or like kind of in a circle, a big snake-like melodic wraps around her, and she holds her arms up so that she is kind of holding it like she is like trapped inside of a coin, and she will start to roll onto the stage as if she's cartwheeling, with an aqua ring around her so that she doesn't get hurt. So Melodic will roll onto the stage, and she will roll into the middle part where you're about to enter the arena. She will hop out of the Melodic with a flourish, and Melodic will hold her, kind of like brine out water from underneath her, where she will stand on top of the water so that she's being held up like those like little balls that you will like blow air out, and it floats in the air, but it's with water instead. So she's on top of a geyser.
Nice.
And that's all I got. And I'll hop down, and then Melodic will let out a big green dragon breath into the air, and we'll both bow.
Love it. And of course the audience is tremendously hype as well. There's maybe not as much as Benno because Benno we've sort of flavored to be, a regular at these things. But since it's your
Mm.
first one, I would say it is a very positive reception. There's people that are applauding, there's people that are cheering, there's even a few chants of Yuma, 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 and
Yay!
then you hear like one random person in the back that says, "You should totally sell cereal one day."
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We have inside jokes here. This is what we do. Um,
Oh.
so, as Mark, quiets the audience down a little bit, Mark says, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next individual, I think you all know her sister. Let's face it, we all know the joys. We have with us a Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy, if you'd come on out, please." And in stark contrast to your two entrances, Nurse Joy just very casually walks out, still wearing the Nurse Joy uniform, kind of giving one
Oh.
of those polite little waves, almost like the Queen of Britain, just very polite little waves as she kind of walks up to the stage. Everybody applauds, golf clap applause, very, very polite applause. And she kind of takes a spot next to you. And then all the lights go out, and I mean all the lights. The music stops, and Mark gets really close to the microphone and says, "And now, ladies and gentlemen, the true piece de resistance, the true champion coordinator ever to grace the Hoenn region. I give you Null." And with that, a sparking circle of streamers and other fireworks begins to resonate in the air above the entrance. And it forms into what is essentially a metaphor of a black hole. And emerging from this circle, emerging from the sphere of fireworks, is a figure in long, dark robes that stream from onyx darkness to orange of the sun. And her hair streams behind her, almost Sailor Moon style, and it too goes from that umbral darkness into that oranges. And as she kind of comes to light and as spotlights begin to illuminate her form, she snaps both of her fingers out to either side of her. And even more confetti than what Benno had happened just erupts across the entire arena stage. And she sort of alights down. Again, ominous Latin chanting music going on as she alights. And she walks very, very confidently, almost with a catwalk swagger as she walks up to the stage. She kind of looks around, nods, and then takes a spot next to you all. And at this, the audience is over the top at this point. They obviously know who this person is. They are someone that they were coming here to see. Like this is the main event.
Ah.
And at this, Mark is of course losing his crap because this is what Mark does. And Mark goes, "Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, she did the same opening she did a few years ago. When we last saw that was when I was in my third marriage." Honest Jim leans in. Mark, I do believe that you said you weren't going to talk about your past marriages. That was part of the deal. Oh, you're right, Jim. I'm very, very sorry. We will not talk about my past marriages. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Devoncorp Exhibitionary Contest. And as you can tell, we have a stellar lineup for you today. We have Benno, we have Yuma, we have Nurse Joy, and we have the illustrious Null. Let's give them all a warm welcome. And again, there's that sort of thunderous applause, that sort of thunderous reaction, shouts, heckling, all sorts of things. Then, as the noise dies down, this is where I, as the GM, am going to explain some things out of character. So, the way this is going to work, and the way you can sort of see on the screen already, is that we are actually going to be playing on a board game of sorts. And what it's going to involve is actually something very simple. And of course, if you get lost, either Benno or Yuma just speak up and I can go back and cover something. But basically what it is we will figure out a turn order in a moment. And then, like any other board game, you would roll a d6 and you would move that number of spaces. So let's say, for example, you roll a 3. That would put you on the cute square. And what that means is you have to do a cute performance. And really the benefit here is that I know it already says, like under cute, that it says make a cotton candy statue. That's just a suggestion. If you don't have any ideas, it's sort of a way to give you an out, like something you could do. And in general, there are ways to enhance your score here. So what it is you could give a mixture of moves. You could give a mixture of performances, both you and your Pokemon. You know, the more RP flavor you give to this, the more extra dice I can give you. And what this means is once you have a dice pool, you're going to roll it, and based on the number of successes you get to pull from a card deck. And these card decks are going to tell you how many hearts you score. Now, hearts are your scoring mechanism for this entire event. And the more hearts you have, the better. There's also ways to make hearts subtract from other players. So you'll just have to figure it out as you go. I don't want to spoil everything. But let's just say the more successes you get, the better. Now, the flip side to that is if you land on a mishap square or you don't get enough successes, you have to draw from the mishap deck. And that is usually a bad time all around. But again, I don't want to spoil anything for you on that front. Two other quick things is, as you may be able to tell based on the lower left of the map screen, everybody has 2 cards right now. And for Yuma and Benno, if you want to see what those cards are, just sort of click that little multicolored icon above your name and roll 20. And you'll get to see the kind of tricks you have. Now, the way that works is, let's say I have a clever card and I land on a clever space. Before I do any rolling, before I do any performances, I can play my trick card, and that means that regardless of how well I roll, I'm going to get at least 1 heart. So it basically adds a heart to your performance. Now, the other big item... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask, how often can I use these? Or can we use these?
Trick cards you can use every single time you land on a space that matches.
Oh, okay.
And you should always have 2 in your hand. So once you play the card, you basically discard it and draw a new card.
Okay. And we just do that by clicking on the trick thing. Oh, yeah, I see.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, Roll20 is very, very simple like that, and I love it for that fact. But 2, or I guess I should have said 3 earlier, but 2 really quick things. So you should see that beneath where I have all your Pokemon already lined up, there's a grand finale space. So we're going to be going clockwise around the game board. First person to reach the grand finale will automatically get 5 hearts. So you are incentivized to get to the grand finale, but also to judge how many times to do performances.
Right.
So let me use Celadon here for an example. Let's say Celadon rolls a 3, lands on a cute square. Well, what you can do, Yuma, and of course, Benno, you also can do this, so can Noel, so can Nurse Joy. You can forego doing a performance and roll another d6 and move that number of spaces. But that does mean that you give up your performance for that round. So just keep that in mind.
I see.
Oh, the last thing I have to cover, I feel like I'm adding things, but I swear the last thing I have to cover before we get started is that Yuma actually has main character plot armor built in here. Yuma can spend her will points to not only help out her rolls, and I do see that you're actually now at 3 help Yuma outs right now, so just keep that in mind.
Let's go!
Wow.
And Benno, you actually have one of your own because they did a Team Rocket Strike, so Benno has one of his own.
Nice.
But basically this will is something that is both your character and your Pokemon. So there's a handout for the spends, and I can go into that further if need be. But in general, I think that's all we really need to go over before we get... Oh, nope, sorry. There has to be one last thing, because of course. health is not health in a contest. Confidence is your health in a contest. So for those of you looking at home, you're going to be wanting to keep track of the blue bar on the Pokemon tokens. If that blue bar ever goes to 0 and a Pokemon would be called upon to perform, let's just say you're going to lose a lot of hearts, is kind of the implication here.
Right.
So you're incentivized to keep your confidence high. But I think with that, we can actually finally start play. So, Benno, since I don't think we've seen Sparks yet, tell us a little bit about Sparks, how you summon them, etc., etc.
Sure. So, did you want me to roll first based upon the contest, or just summon
yeah,
them?
what I would
again?
say is go ahead and roll. What is your highest social attribute, like beauty, cute, clever, etc.?
Let me go and have a look. Does my sheet have stats for those specific things as well? I think it does.
It should, yes.
Oh. Tie between cool and beauty.
So you're gonna roll a number of d6 equal to that number then. So if it's a 3, you would roll 3d6.
All right, 3d6. Let's go. Is there a macro? Can I just click on cool? Am I even? Nope. Okay. All right. I will R3d6.
All right. So you get 1 success right now. So I will note that down. And yeah, as sparks come out, what happens?
All right, so I will hold up the ball from episodes ago that I did not get to use, the black ball with the little lightning bolt on it that has stars all across it. And I will throw it up into the air. And I believe this is possible because from what I've seen, the Pokeballs themselves have special effects inside of them. So it will release in a thunderous cloud, a cloud that will create a miniature little fog explosion, and the fog slowly deepens to a purple hue as little starlights radiate out from it, and from the cloud itself it will begin to swirl and become a nebulous like ball around it before shattering apart and dissipating magnificently as upon riding his own tail, Sparks, the Alolan Raichu, will float in the air magnificently, waving to the crowd. Choo! And he will sort of surf through the sky, making upon false waves as if there are cosmic shores that are dancing across the interior of this place. The actual lighting team going in and moving around his patterns to sort of make it look like he is actually just riding a wave of light as he descends down right beside me, and I give him a little pat on the head.
Aw.
And I think for flavor at this point, I think some of the audience are actually throwing like pancakes onto the stage because that's a thing with Alolan Raichu. Just some random pancakes.
He looks like a pancake.
Aww.
He looks like a pancake. He loves pancakes. Apparently, in the reason that the Alolan Raichus are Alolan is because of a secret pancake recipe. It's so goofy. I love it.
That's amazing.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite Pokemon.
All right.
So
Well, that
Sparks.
is Sparks. So Yuma, I know Celadon's already out, but do you want to do anything special with Celadon?
Sure. I will. So I'll take the sleeves that are kind of hanging from my outfit, and then I will kind of balloon them out, and it'll make hoops. And so I will do kind of like a lasso performance where I like make circles with the loops, and then Celadon will kind of go through them like snake through them and swim around me and kind of climb onto my She's huge, so she's like not really climbing onto my shoulder, but she's like giving the illusion of climbing, like slithering around me and through the loops and things like that. And then she comes into a stop where she's kind of coiled around me, and I pretend to go like like
Love
just
it.
I'm knocked out.
And of course, the crowd again cheers and, polite applause. Because again, you're new. They haven't gotten a feel for you, but they're liking what they're seeing. That's the general vibe.
Yay.
They're liking what they're seeing. So Nurse Joy comes up next, and Nurse Joy just very plainly just sort of tosses her Pokeball out. No special effects. And emerging from the Pokeball is just a regular old Chansey. And the Chansey sort of just looks around, and it
Chansey.
kind of puffs out of its cheeks like a Jigglypuff. And then it puts on a nurse hat, and then it nods like it's in charge now.
Oh.
Damn. Oh, we just got owned.
Who's the Pokemon here?
And then, because I have to hype up Null, I think, again, when it comes to Null's turn, the lights go dark. The spotlight shines primarily on Null. And Null snaps her left hand, and a Pokeball that is the color of the night sky forms within her palm. She tosses it out, and as it detonates, what happens is another seemingly black hole forms, sucking in all of the light, all of the matter in the area. In fact, like the little bits of confetti that survived from Benno are now being like drawn into this black hole. And right when it's starting to get to the point where you're like, okay, is this an actual special effect? There you go. There's the confetti. But right as you start to worry, like, hey, should we be concerned? What emerges from this black hole with a tremendous howl is a Houndoom, a dark canine with white bone adorning its frame, and with two great white horns that curve back from its head. And it sort of lands next to Null and roars to the crowd. And at this, the crowd, of course, goes wild. And at this point, I think Nurse Joy kind of leans into you, Benno and Yuma, and goes, she really likes hamming it up, doesn't she?
That's the whole point, Joy.
It seems appropriate, probably. I don't know. It's my first time. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Yuma.
Nice to meet you, Yuma. I'm Nurse Joy. You probably have met my sisters.
Yeah, your sister at Rustboro says it's your first time too.
Yes, it is. I'm a little nervous, but I wanted to see if I had it in me to do it.
Aw, yay! I
doing
believe in
great.
you. You're doing great.
You got this.
All right. Well, with that, let's get some rolls here. So, Yuma, what is Celadon's highest social stat?
Highest social stat is beauty at 4.
At 4?
Mhm.
Okay.
Whoa.
So I need you to roll me a 4d6, please.
Roll 4d6.
Right, so that is going to be another 1 from you, but you get a final result that is higher than Benno's 9. So I'm going to put you at 1.3 just so we know you're higher.
Okay.
All right, and then I need to roll for Nurse Joy. Let's see what we've got here. Omelet has a grand total of blah, so they're not going to roll a whole lot of dice, but we'll
Wait.
see what happens.
Omelet? The Chansey's name is Omelet?
The Chansey's name is
Pokemon's
Omelet,
name is
yes.
I love it.
It's Omelet.
I love
So
it.
Omelet actually didn't get any successes, so I'm just going to put
Oh,
them
no!
at 0.1.
Aww.
And then Void, the Houndoom, is going to go next. And Void has 3, it looks like. Let's see how well Void does. Wow. Still more successes than Nurse Joy, but not more than either of you.
Nice.
Right. So the turn order will therefore be Yuma will go first, followed by Benno, followed by Null, followed by Nurse Joy. So yeah, Yuma, it is now where we enter into the board game portion of the event. So to make things easier, I just whipped up a macro that should make
Oh.
things easier so you don't have to type it each time.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember where the macros are?
Macros. In the no, I'm sorry. Oh,
No,
I see
you're
it. And there's a
fine. That's why I
macros
asked.
a button. It looks like in the top
Yeah,
right.
so there
Yeah.
should be a dice roller macro under the bulleted list,
Oh, okay.
and you want to put the dice roller in bar and then
In
show
bar.
macro quick bar.
Yes.
Then lower left of the map, you'll see a button.
Okay, great. Okay, I will click that then. Blip.
Hmm. There you
Oh,
go.
that's
Move
cute. Move
5.
5 spaces. Okay, so this mishap counts as one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool.
So,
Right.
what would you like to do that is cool?
Okay. I would like to. Let me just open up her sheet again. What? She doesn't have very much cool, does she? But, yeah, okay. I will. Oh God. Yeah. How about this? How about I will do a. How long are these? I'll do something quick. I will do a backflip, and she will shoot her green dragon breath at me, and then I will. She won't hit me. She will miss intentionally. But it will look like I just disappeared into the fire because the smoke around it will obscure the area.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. And then, of course, I'm imagining that when that fire dies down, we do see you on the other side completely unharmed. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I was on the same wavelength. I love it. I love it. I would say go ahead and roll me a cool and a perform and add 2 dice to that.
Cool. Perform. Okay. Where's my Celadon sheet? Celadon, where'd you go? Celadon evolved. Okay, here. I found it. So cool and a perform, and add 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so that means you get the 1 success, and since this is a beginner level contest, you only need 1 success to succeed. So,
Oh, good.
Yuma, I need you to now
Yay.
draw from the reaction deck, and
Okay.
then since you have just the 1 success, you're drawing 1 card, and you are going to then play that card immediately, and whatever the effect says, that's what'll happen.
Okay. I have a. The audience loved your performance. Some are even rising to your seat to cheer for you. How do I play it? Do I just drag it into the?
Yep,
that-
you just drag it onto the
Oh, okay,
board,
great.
and I don't know why it's small like that, but yeah, it looks like you got the loud cheering card, which means that again, the audience stands up, starts to cheer very loudly, and you're going to gain 2 hearts.
Yay!
So what I'm going to do
Hearts.
here is I'm actually going to keep track of your hearts
Okay.
using the turn order since we've already established who's going when. So Yuma, you are currently at 2 hearts overall.
Oh, sure. That works.
Let's go.
Yay!
All right, Benno, it's now your turn. Let's see what you got.
Oh man, I just noticed the judges' pictures here. Man, Mark's looking cool, dude.
Mark is
Oh
Mark
yeah,
Stark.
Mark's pretty cool.
Go dice roll. Huh!
Wow.
Six.
Go 6 spaces. Ace.
All right, where me? Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Glides over. All right, tough. I will stand across from my boy Sparks from the middle of the squared circle. Sure, wrestling terms. From the middle of our arena, the midsection will dunk underneath. And outside we'll pull a gigantic boulder, like a fairly large boulder, and my boy Sparks here will lift his hands to the sky and begin to lift the boulder using psychic. But that's not all. I will pull up my hand and sort of straighten it out forward and take my other hand and run it across it like I'm straightening out my arm, pretending like it's a sword. And I will run at the boulder itself and see if I can try and cut it in half here. But what I will actually have do is Sparks split it in half with Psychic, so it makes it look like I, using the power of just my pretend fake sword, have cut this stone in half to show how tough I am and how tough together we are.
I love it. I love it. I will
Awesome.
also give you 2 additional dice on your tough and a perform.
All right, 6. Now, do I use mine? Sparks's? Whose toughness here? I guess
Sparks
maybe like
would be doing
better?
this one.
Oh, Sparks would be doing this one. Okay, so he's got 2, and then +2, and then plus perform. And what's my boy's perform? It's 2. Although my perform is 3. Am I the one who's performing, or I guess we're both performing.
I tell you what, I will let you
Oh.
decide which among you does the roll, but if you take a confidence
Oh.
hit, it's to whichever character does the rolling.
Ah, you got it. You got it. You got it. Well, considering that both me and Sparks have almost the exact same roll for this, but I'm just a tiny bit more in performance, so I'll do it for me and then plus the 2. So then that's a 7. So I can't use any kind of macro to roll for it here at this point. But
Actually, if you look on the character
I see
sheet,
it. I literally see it. I literally see it. Heck yeah. So this is a tough plus a perform.
Mhm.
Extra dice.
actually, if you hit the roll button, it should actually pop up and be like, "What's the mod?"
I'm dumb. Yeah, ignore that one. There we go. And it's 2 extra mod. There we go. There
Wow,
we go.
that is
Wow.
that is significant. So yeah, Benno, you get to draw 4 reaction cards here.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Now, of course, you only get to play 1, so choose wisely.
Oh. I see.
Oh, I'm a goof. Could I have also used my tough trick as well? Because I have a tough trick.
Yeah, if you want to play it, I will allow you to do so. Because again, it's your first round, and I'm okay with making sure you guys get the rules right. But yeah, what that's going to mean is you automatically do get 1 heart. But what reaction are you going to be playing?
Shall see. I am playing. Now, if I'm already at maximum confidence, I can't gain more confidence, right?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will play Unnerving, which will give me 1 extra heart, but it means the next Pokemon that's going loses a heart. One cannot perform as good as me because I've unnerved the competition.
I love it. I love it.
Wild performance, and I will at the very end, as I cut through the stone, point my fake sword arm at Noel, challenging them. Your wolf.
Oh. The call outs.
Love it. I think Honest Jim actually gets on the action and goes, "Now, see, Mark, ain't that exciting? We already have a challenger here challenging, well, the best coordinator this side of the Hoenn region." Yeah, I'd love to comment on that, Jim, but it's sort of reminding me of a second marriage, and I'm not supposed to. Now, son, we need to talk about that at some point. You are really hung up on your marriages. That's all I have, Jim. That's all I have. So we to deal with that. I'm gonna go to Null's turn. Oh, I hope he doesn't get too depressed. I give Mark for flavor. All right, well, there you go. Not only does Void end up on a mishap square,
Oh wow.
also going to lose a heart. This is amazing.
Wow.
All right, let me see what the mishap they got is. Wow. Oh, interesting.
Uh-huh.
So this is actually one of those mishaps that happens is Void, the Houndoom, looks to be a little bit shaken up from Sparks's performance. But rather than lose hearts or anything, it actually remains at 0. And you'll just have to find out what the mishap is later on. Which now leads us to Nurse Joy. And Nurse Joy sort of flies out her hand in front of her and says, "Omelet, you know what to do, honey. We've practiced for this long and hard. I believe in you." And Chansey
Aw.
gives like a little salute and is going to move 6 spaces
Holy
up to where
smokes.
Tough
Sparks
it up!
is.
Tough.
Tough it up!
Are they physically
And-
moving where these spaces are?
I would say that it's probably
yeah.
best to imagine that the game board is quite literal in universe
Oh,
as well.
awesome.
Because I think that gives us sort of a little bit of narrative feel where sometimes when you're close to the judges, you can do a little bit more to mess with them a little bit. So things to keep in mind. But as Omelet gets into position, Nurse Joy says, "All right, Omelet, remember, it is the Titanic. It is every single sad romance story we have ever seen, and you're cutting onions, and you have to be strong. You have to be as strong as I taught you." Oh, God, I'm tearing up now. No, we have to be strong. And she is going to roll 1 success. So good job, Omelet.
Yay!
You've got your 1 success. And let's see what her reaction is. Oh, poor Omelet. So the crowd, unfortunately, is not buying it.
Oh,
You know,
no.
Nurse Joy is trying to sell it, but Nurse Joy is perhaps putting the
No,
ham too
board
much.
yawns.
And the audience is sort of like, "Man, I don't, this isn't doing it. Is this doing anything for you?" "No, not, sorry." And unfortunately, yeah, Nurse Joy is now at -2 hearts.
No, Omelet.
Oh.
But yeah, we now come back around to Yuma's turn.
Okay. Click.
Uh,
5 spaces. Oh no. Can I will can I will a reroll on this, or is this a
I would say you could either spend a will or a help Yuma out on this.
Oh, I'll spend to help Yuma out.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna spend to help Yuma out. So how many did I start with? 3? 2?
You had 3.
Okay, so
And it
now I
looks
have
like, Benno, you're up to 2 now.
Nice. Click. I'm okay with that. Much better.
Party on tough, apparently.
Okay, so tough this this board. Okay. So what?
Oh, welcome to Tough.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So what is going to happen is I think I have more tough. So you mentioned that we could use the performances of our own profiles, right? Of our own sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can.
With like augmented by the Pokemon. Okay. So what's going to happen is Celadon is going to cast Aqua Ring on me. And brine, and the brine, since it's like extremely dense water, I'm gonna say that she's gonna combine the 2 moves to surround my limbs with to make me look like a really buff water giant. So I'm going to jump into the air. She's gonna wrap me in the water, and then I'm going to kind of do the equivalent of like a haka dance, and I'm going to stomp and like hit my chest and stomp, and then I'm going to clap my hands in above my head, and it's all just going to like whoosh away and onto the ground, and it's going to create like kind of a small like tidal wave as it falls back to the ground.
I'll do you one better, Yuma. I'll say that as the water is falling, it actually sparkles and gives you even just a little bit more oomph for your buck.
Ooh, yes.
So go ahead and roll me your tough and your perform. Add 2 to that.
Tough and perform. Tough, perform, and 2. 2. Come on, 6.
All right,
and then
you
I
got
1.
one.
I got 1. Okay.
Let's go!
Let's go. Draw a reaction deck. 1 from the reaction deck. 1 cards. And I look at it, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Oh, yeah, literally nothing happens. So the crowd just sort of goes, "Hey, that was kind of nice."
And I look at them like,
okay.
"Aw."
And I think what happens is Honest Jim kind of turns to Zonsa, the female judge, and says, Now, Zonsa, what would you say about that performance? I thought it was a good first attempt. Of course, a little bit of work there on the coordination between trainer and Pokemon, but I think it shows promise. What do you think? And Zonsa is a darker skinned individual, very dark hair, maybe mid back length, wearing an aviator jacket, has even the aviator shades. I
Mm-hmm.
think she just sort of crosses her arms across her chest and says nothing, but she looks very pointedly
Oh.
at Yuma. Doesn't say or do anything else, just looks very pointedly at Yuma for this.
I will put my hands on my hips and be like, I will try again. I will try harder next time.
You go.
I'll just give you a thumbs up, like, yeah, you're doing it. That's awesome. That's great. They just don't know you yet. They're just nervous about it. They
It's
just
just
don't know you yet.
the audience is nervous. Yeah.
They're nervous. They're intimidated by you. You're killing it. Good job.
But,
You too, Joy.
all right.
You did great. I loved it.
Benno, real quick, can you toss away your 3 reaction cards so we don't get them mixed up?
Oh, I don't
And
get
then
to
it would
keep
be
them
your
all.
turn.
How do I toss these?
Yeah, you only get to keep your reaction. There's a special card that'll let you keep reactions, but otherwise you're basically throwing them away every time you get to play one.
Ah, I understand. I'm very now. I would have done things very differently had I known that. Okay.
Oh,
cool.
you thought you
How
could
do I
keep
throw
them?
this away?
I wasn't sure if you could keep
I
them or
did,
not.
yeah.
Oh.
Me
I probably
neither.
should have been more
Okay.
clear.
That's okay. How do I? Oh, there we go. You did it.
I
Can you
gotcha.
also take away my tough trick because that's gone in use, or do I keep that forever?
If you played your tough trick, then your tough trick would be
Yeah.
discarded, and you should be able to draw a new trick.
Oh.
Okay. Can you? How do I get rid of this?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to. Oh, there you go. You got it.
There, I put it out for you. Okay, cool. How do
Yep.
and I draw a new trick? Draw one card. Ooh.
All right. Well, Benno, it is your turn. Let's do what you
All
roll.
right, dice roll. Let's go. Not 5. Ah, yeah. 1, 2. Cute. How lucky. I will use my cute trick. I will go up to the stage of everyone. I will point to both sides. I will bow before the judges, and I will be like, behold, the following instructional video of sorts upon how to best take care of your Alolan Raichu. I will put into my into my cape there and pull out a brush, but it's like shaped like a star, so it has like a star form. It's got like a little band behind it, so I can put my hand through it, and then just like the whole brush pattern is in that of a little star. And my Alolan Raichu will like sort of sneak by and lay on the table, very expectantly wiggling around like he's super excited to get brushed, and I will slowly begin to brush him, an exposition as to the
Aw.
perfect technique and everything for it. And as I'm doing it, Alolan Raichu will become more and more pancake-like. He's got that like literally like this face. As I'm doing it, I'm just like, and the continuous strokes back and forth and back, side to side. Don't forget behind the ears, and of course the tail. Make sure it's wrapped up accordingly, and that the ending piece is splayed right beneath it. And we'll just sneak that in there, and behold, your Raichu is now a pancake. Cute.
And for flavor, one guy in the audience absolutely loses his mind. He goes, "It's everything."
I think you were cutting out with the how high pitched you're going.
That was intentional. That,
Oh.
that was slightly intentional. Just a little intentional.
It just goes into the tone only dogs can hear.
I love you, Discord. One day you and I will fight each other, but today is not that day. But yeah, go ahead and roll me a cute perform. I will give you a +2 on this as well.
Ooh. What's my cute? Garbo. All right, Sparks, you gotta be cute for me. What's your cute, buddy? Amazing! You're super cute.
You're
Yes.
so cute.
All right. Yes, cute plus perform. Roll with the dose. Here we go, buddy. Act
All right.
two!
Nice.
So you get 2, and you can draw 2 reactions and pick whichever one you like.
Now that I understand how they work.
Yeah, damn, I wish I rolled my cool and perform. I would have had so much. Like, Celadon's not
one of
cool
these
at
is
all.
not good. One of these is not good, but one of these is sheer awe. They are dumbstruck. They have sparkles in their eyes. Everything's going. They're like, oh, you're so cute.
Oh.
And if I had confidence loss, I'd gain some back. But we're so confident, we're perfectly fine already. Yeah.
Love it. So that's actually going to bring Benno up to 5 hearts, I believe.
Wow.
Wow. So I get 1 from the acute trick, and then I get 2 from this card. Okay, cool.
Mm.
Yep, you're up to 5. Now comes Null. And Null, I have a feeling, is going to job pretty hard here, but let's see what happens. Nice. Nice. You are doing everything I expected you to do. Thank you. Thank you.
What?
So-
What's going on? This is the master trick. Isn't
Yeah.
isn't Null like a legend or something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Good-
because
good
type
job,
advantages are a thing in this game.
'Cause
Type
type
advantages
advantages
aren't
are
real. Type advantages have never mattered.
Oh, Lord. All right, so for Clever, I think Null actually does something where she takes, you know the cup game where you put a ball underneath the cup and then you sort of switch them around really, really quick? Well, what happens is Null actually does a little bit of juggling in the act as well. So not only are the cups being moved around on the
Oh.
board, but they're flying through the air. There's a few times where she actually goes behind the back, mixes them up there, and then puts all of the cups down, we'll say 5 cups in all, puts them down before Void and says, Void, which one is it? And Void is going to point to one of the cups, and I will roll before I say anything else further, just to see what will happen. Okay, they get 2 successes. This is good. This is
Nice.
good. So let's see. What did they get in terms of reaction? Interesting. So they are actually going to not only point out the correct cup, but instead of the ball that was underneath the cup, it is actually a bunch of Starly that kind of just go and they fly off like pigeons into the audience.
Oh.
So Null's gonna
that's
get 2
cool.
hearts, and this is where the special mishap comes into play. At this point, because all of you have just witnessed that, she now gets to play the secret plan mishap, which means that all other contestants lose 1 confidence.
Secret plan.
Oh, secret plan. That's me. I'm a contestant. I can lose a confidence. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
and
it
I
me
do
or
lose
is it my Pokemon?
everybody.
Oh, how do I?
Everybody.
Me and the
including
Pokemon.
me. Oh. 6.
Mhm.
Okay. And this one goes to 3. Okay.
And now, the true underdog of this story, it is now Nurse Joy's turn.
Oh.
I believe in you, Nurse Joy. There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
4,
Joy.
right onto the mishap, just what we wanted.
Actually, aw.
I think Omelet waddles on forward, and then right as it gets to the edge of the stage where it's supposed to turn right, it
trips.
face plants onto the ground. And come on, Omelet, I don't want to bully you, but I think this is what's gonna. Oh, Omelet. Oh, my heart. Uh-oh.
Omelet, no.
Pokemon has injured itself.
No. No. He cracked the egg in the pouch.
It's maybe one of those things because we're doing anime style where it's got that big old bump on its head and it's like trying to treat itself,
Aw.
but
And it's crying. Oh.
no, it's
Like,
holding back the tears.
oh.
It has to be strong. It
Yeah,
has
remember
to be
the tub?
strong.
Yeah, she said
Right.
the Titanic and all the other sad movies.
Oh, poor Omelet. Well, Yuma, it's
Okay. Click. 5 spaces. 1, 2.
Oh,
1.
yeah.
All right, we're back on cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Uh, let me think. My other cool thing was that. Okay. How about? Oh God, what was the prompt? What's the prompt underneath? Stand-up routine? Oh no, that's even harder. Okay. How about okay. So I'm going to recite the different elements from Avatar. So it's like Earth, and then I will stomp the ground, and then she will make a water block pop up, um, and I will kick it away. What's next? Fire. Fire. And then I will do a jumping spinning kick, and then she will make fire, like she will like Celadon will like spit out like small bits of dragon breath from where my punches are the direction of my punches and kicks. Wind, I'm going to Celadon will kind of use the water. Wait, water was first, wasn't it? Water was first. Okay, water, and then I will lift up some water and then like swoosh it away. And wind will just be her picking me up and swirling me in the air, and then I land and bow.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 extra dice on that.
Okay. Can I use me because she augmented me? Okay. So cool. And I don't have a cool card. No, I don't have a cool card. And perform. And 2 extra dice. Come on. Heck yeah.
There you go. You get to draw 3 reactions and pick one to play.
Let's
I
go.
can use 3 reactions. And I open this up. That's not good. That's not good.
One of them's got to be good.
Ah, okay. This one's good. This one. How do I make it bigger?
Interesting. So not only is the crowd going to be like, oh, that was kind of cool. I really like that. It's one of those things where the next person to go, Benno and Raichu, Benno and Sparks, feeling a little unnerved. You're feeling a little bit out of sorts.
How do I get rid of these other ones? Do I just put them on the board?
You can either put them on the board, or I can recall them, whichever way is easier.
Okay, I'll just toss them on the board. They were both lose 1 heart each.
Oh yeah, that could be rough. All right, well Benno, let's see what you get on your roll.
Here we go. Dice roll! Wah!
Here you go,
no,
right
2.
under the mishap.
Oh no!
Wait, hold on.
You have a Team Rocket Strikes.
I have that bad guy die.
Yeah.
You do.
Can I use that to reroll?
I would say you can, yes.
Bad
But if
guy
you roll
die.
another 2,
Go!
there you go.
It's
You
much
rolled a
better.
Oh, nice.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! I almost entered the deck there. A clever. Do I have a clever? Why, how lucky! I do have a clever trick.
Very nice.
Nice.
All right, clever. So this is about being smart. Uh-oh. Neither me or my Pokemon are smart or clever in any way, don't think. Yes, clever is his worst stat, and is clever's I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm not the worst at this. We're gonna take this.
I have an idea for you
what's-
if you're stuck.
Oh, okay. Sure. What? I'll take it.
So since the prompt is literally use the chemistry lab, you know that old meme where it's just a golden retriever with the goggles on and I have no idea what I'm doing and there's just a bunch of beakers around. Remember that meme? Am I going too far back in the internet?
Yeah.
No, I remember that one. Yeah.
Kind of the same thing, just with Sparks instead.
Just standing there, it's just cute. It's just cute, but like I just put enough sciencey stuff to try and trick them into thinking it's clever, but it's just cute. And I'm like posing it, and I'm like, behold the power of science.
Amazing.
I'm just fraudulently. He just is adorable, and he's just standing there with little goggles on. And he's just like, oh, chew. Not doing anything. There's just beakers
sitting there. Just sitting there. All right, I'll give you a clever and a perform +1 here.
All right, let's go and do it. Clever and perform. Right. And want clever and perform. And we want to roll. And we add the is. Yes!
There you go. 2 successes.
Raw. 2 call. Okay.
Nice.
All right. This is the only one that isn't trash. So I at least
Isn't
need
trash.
one part because one of them, because I played the initial tough one, but then because of because of Yuma's previous unnerving, I don't get the full one for that one, but I do get the one for this one, and then I unnerve the person after me. No, go ahead and be unnerved. There you go.
Oh my lord. Null, for the love of all that is holy, please don't roll another 1. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. I was about to be very concerned. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna land on a tough. They do have a tough, so they're gonna play it. And I think for this, Null is going to snap her fingers again. Apparently that's her thing, is that she just snaps her fingers and things happen. But she snaps her fingers, and you remember how you did that boulder trick, Benno?
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens is the skylight of the tent opens up, so they actually like open up part of the tent, and dropping down towards the stage is not quite a meteor from Final Fantasy like the spell, but it's a very large boulder that is just hurtling down towards Void. I think Void, its mouth is going to begin to glow with a dark energy, a sort of umbral fire, and it is going to meet the rock head on and attempt to bite through it completely.
Oh my god!
Void, if you could not fail here, that would be really good. Let's
kill
see.
This dog. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. 2 successes. Now we have to make sure that these are decent cards. Okay, good. So I think what happens is there's that moment where the boulder smashes into where Void was, and everybody goes quiet. They're like, oh, did Void just bite it? And then after a moment, like, pinpricks of light begin to shoot out from the rock, and the rock shatters into a million pieces, but they're not just like little pieces of rock. They are actually like diamonds that the crunching force of crunch was enough to instantly turn them into diamonds. And the crowd goes wild. Now, aren't going to get the full 2 hearts here. Or actually they will, because they played the tough card. So they're only going to get 2 hearts here. All right. All right. Void, you're coming back. Thank you for showing me. Now, RNGesus, if you could please be nice to Omelet. I believe in Omelet. I think everybody here believes in Omelet.
I believe in Omelet.
Let's go, Omelet! Let's go!
All right, Omelet. All right, I believe. Okay, three spaces. This is
Clever.
good. So Omelet waddles up next to Sparks.
Waddles.
And I think what happens is Omelet just very, what's the word I want? Very patiently, maybe, just sort of moves Sparks off the side of, the beakers and stuff, and then just takes the goggles off of Sparks' head, put them on itself. Then Omelet begins mixing chemicals and showing off a bunch of reactions. So, Omelet, I believe in you, Omelet. I believe. I believe in you that believes in me. Okay, we have 1 success.
Yay!
All right, Omelet.
Be something good.
I believe.
Positive things.
Oh, Omelet. Oh, Omelet. Apparently, you were so good at mixing chemicals that Yuma, you and Celadon are both unnerved by the sheer amount of science that is on display here.
Oh my god, so much science. That
So
was
much
so
science.
explosive.
In fact, that's how it ends. Like, we're going to do a Hollow Live meme here, but she creates fire in water, and then she throws up the beaker with the fire and water, and it explodes above her, and the crowd goes, oh yeah, that was really, really cool.
You're
and
in water. What?
Fire in water.
Oh, that's a classic one. But
That's
yeah, I
good.
think at this point, Mark chips in and goes, "Well, he looks over at Honest Jim, and Honest Jim's looking at him like, "Don't you dare."
Don't
Well,
do it.
I, that is very interesting. I have never seen anything like that before, at all. Certainly not in my third marriage. If you do it again, I'm walking off this stage. We've been over this. All right, I'm
Aw.
sorry, Honest Jim. I'm sorry, Honest Jim. And Zonesa, for her credit, is still just glaring at Yuma for whatever reason.
Hmm. Do I notice this? Like,
Oh yeah, it's
oh.
very
No,
obvious.
wink.
There's-
Wink at her. Wink at her.
Slightly a nerd,
Push
but I
that
will look at
sexual
it.
tension.
Look over to her, like do kind of that double back where my eyes are like, Oh wait, I can't do it with this model. Wait, hang on, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it to this one.
I
this
got
one.
the bouncing brows.
Okay, okay.
Ah,
I'm
yes,
gonna-
crotch Yuma.
Wait, be like, She has a very intense crush on Yuma. Okay, well, I'm going to proceed with my turn and click. Five
Believe in you.
spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beauty! Aw,
you go,
yeah.
your
This
power
is where
stat.
Celadon shines. I'm going to use the beauty trick. Bleh.
All right, that's gonna nullify out the unnerve.
Yay! And I will. What does this prompt say? Dance with elegance. Okay, I'm going to kind of just stand almost like T-pose with the sleeves out, still kind of like shaped like or now reshaped into hoops. And Celadon will use disarming voice, and she will move in a figure 8 through the hoops, and she will be singing the soothing, charming, emotionally damaging song as she moves in this figure 8 motion. And if the lights people are with me, then I would like it to dim the lights and just kind of just have a single spotlight that's just following Celadon around.
I think the lighting people can be persuaded. All I have to do is glare at them angrily, so
Nice.
they can definitely do that. Yeah. Give me a beauty and a perform +1 here.
Beauty and perform. Okay, beauty. Here it is. +1. Submit. Nice.
All right, that's 3 successes.
Okay,
And let me
draw
check.
3.
Not quite for a crit.
Okay. Click.
Let's go.
Okay, well, this is the least bad of them.
Oh. Oh. So
Oh!
I think they're sort of smiling at you, and they're just
Yeah.
sort of like, eh, like they're sort of
Yeah.
doing that motion with their hammer, like
Too
little more,
emotionally
little more.
damaged.
And yeah, I think unfortunately, just nothing happens. Apparently, the audience just isn't buying it for some reason.
I'm gonna toss these cards out onto the board then.
Oh man, you had a really bad draw.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What is this Garbo? That was great. I loved it.
Well, the good news is you also don't lose any hearts, so you
Yes.
just stay at 3 for the time being.
That's true.
Benno, it's up to you now. What you got going on?
We shall see. The heart of the dice are with me. Huh!
Ooh, back to
1,
clever.
2, 3, 4, 5. No! No!
Nice.
Okay. All right. Let's think about this. Okay, cool. Me and Sparks pull out a game of Battleship, Pokemon themed Battleship. And
Oh my God.
we're just trying to be like, oh God, he's don't do. I'm looking at him like I'm gonna play mind games with him. There's no way he can beat me. And then the entire time he just wrecks me. He just like I'm like, you sunk my whale lord, no!
You suck my whale.
Ah!
That's
How
amazing.
can one Pokemon, how can one Mon be so smart? Ah!
Amazing.
Arceus, why? You've created a Mon too smart for his own good, and he'll just like puff his cheeks and just like do like this immense smug like.
I don't normally ask for art, but if someone could please do a "You Sunk My Waylord" T-shirt, I will buy that. I will buy that shirt. I will wear it. Oh my God! Right. Clever plus perform +2 as I try to recompose myself.
Let's go, my brilliant boy, my excellent boy. Actually, I think I'm smarter than you. I'm sorry.
I think I'm smarter than
I'll
you.
roll it. Don't worry, I'll roll it, buddy. Oh!
Wow.
Come on, a heal. Come on, a heal. All right. If I get Yuma'd,
Get Yuma.
Wow, a bunch of these are awful, but among them one stands true. Sheer awe that they're like, he's so smart. What is going on?
Wow.
And I think what happens is, I think Mark, for once, does not mention his marriages. I think Mark actually stands up with the microphone in hand. He goes, "My lord, ladies and gentlemen, did you see the masterful display of how that Raichu not only sunk that Wailord, but proceeded to sink the Wailmer and the Gyarados in 2 turns? That is absolutely unheard of. That we're talking 1 in 25,000 chance of that happening randomly. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen not only a feat of cleverness, but I dare say, a masterfully psychic Pokemon."
Yeah.
Wait,
that
is
true.
it
He can't
Alolan psychic?
Yeah, he is
Oh,
psychic, yeah.
that's funny.
That actually works out really well. So it's like
Yeah.
he's reading my mind and he's just bouncing his little adorable brows really hard. Like I'm actually super smart. Oh.
I wanted to check. I used my beauty trick before.
Yes.
The nothing happens. Does that mean actually? Oh yeah, because I still had it in my hand. I like threw it out. I forgot to draw another trick.
Oh, no. So what happened was you had it unnerve, and then your beauty trick canceled it out.
Right.
So you actually get, I dealt you a new card, and it was another beauty trick.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh. Okay, I will put that back in my hand somehow. How do I do that?
I'll just move it to the GM. Well, there you go. Put it by you for the time being.
Okay, sure.
There we go. We'll put it right there. All right. After that display from Raichu, I cannot wait to see how Null will mess this one up. Well, Null, you came close.
Very close.
All right. Very, very close. So Void this time, it's actually gonna just sort of sit there, and maybe the crowd's starting to look at each other like, what are they doing? Are they doing anything? And then great fiery wings sort of erupt from Void's mouth, and it begins to do basically doggy cartwheels over itself. And as it does so, Null actually jumps between the space between where Void is leaping over the ground and the ground itself. So sort of diving in between each of the circles. And as Void does one final backflip, Null actually cups her hands, catches Void, and then tosses Void up further into the air so that then Void lands on her shoulders. So let's see how well Void does here. I believe, but we've seen what happens when I believe. Okay, 4, not bad. All right, let's see. These are all terrible. These are all terrible. Okay, that one's not terrible. We're gonna go with that. So I think what happens is the audience is like, "Oh, that was amazing." and they're gonna get their confidence back in additional to 2 hearts. All right. But we all know what we're here for. We're not here for Void. We're not here for Null. We're all here for a certain Chansey named Omelet.
Yeah, what a
Go, John!
I want her to have it come
Omelet?
from behind Win.
Omelet has rolled a beauty square.
Yay!
And because I find it funny, either Yuma or Benno. Yuma, you've got 2 remaining. Benno, you've got 1. If you want to give her additional dice on this one, I will allow it.
Oh, I will totally give her 1 additional dice.
Yeah.
So Omelet, what Omelet's going to do is it's actually going to take that egg that's in its front pouch. It's going to hold it up. And again, I'm going to date myself with this reference, but it's like the opening to the 2001 Space Odyssey where it's like, dawn, 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 on. And the lighting crew focuses in on the egg, and then Omelet sort of waves her hand over the egg, and the egg instantly opens up into a blooming flower.
Oh.
And Omelet, you're gonna have a +4 on this, Omelet. I believe in you. I have full confidence in your ability here. Please, for all that is holy. Oh my
God.
Lord, Omelet, you came close.
So sad.
Oh my Lord, Omelet. Please let it be a good Omelet.
Oh
Omelet,
no.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Active booze.
Active booze.
No, the
Oh,
audience is just
no,
yawning. Oh my Lord, Omelet.
It feels
Omelet.
so bad. Feels like there's
Omelet,
definitely a
no.
lot more bad ones.
Holy crying!
Omelet, no.
Poor Omelet. That just
Oh
means
my
all the good
Lord,
ones are at the
Omelet.
bottom of the deck, right? Yeah.
Supposedly, yeah.
Oh my Lord! Oh my God!
Poor Omelet.
Omelet. I'm so sorry, Omelet. Well, Yuma, it is your turn.
All right. Let's go dice. 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. I have a cute
Oh.
thing. Okay. Cute. I will use the cute trick. Okay. I will how about shoot. Okay. How about Celadon will use brine. I'm just like using brine for everything that is just solid water. So I'm just making solid water in the air. And I will make it so that it looks like we're both in a hot tub.
There you go.
And
there
we
you go. There
just-
got to appeal to the memes.
Yeah, and then we're just like pretending to like wash ourselves, like you know, like the scrub a dub dub kind of thing, and
Good
I
save.
and then like I'll squeeze Melodic's nose, and then she'll let out a squeak, like a squeaky duck.
That's adorable. Though I will say, if you somehow do not roll any successes, it's going to be one of those like rubber chickens that you sort of squeeze and it goes.
The screaming chickens. Okay, I will
do cute +1 here. Cute and perform +1.
cute and perform +1. Let me see who has more cute. Is she more cute or am I more cute? We're both equally as cute. Okay, I'm going to cute and perform on her. Roll +1. Can I use my... no, I'm not going to. It's okay. I'm not going to.
I was gonna say you've got 1 remaining if you want it.
Yes, I will. Okay, I'm gonna make that a 2. Glow. Okay, well, at least I
Just
got
like you
1.
needed it.
Okay. Reaction. Draw 1.
Come on, reaction. Give her a good card. Give her a
What
good
did it
card. I
give
believe in
me?
you.
It's a... I can't read it. It's too small.
You gain
Oh,
1 heart,
unnerving.
so you
Yay.
actually gain 2, and Benno, both you and Sparks are considered unnerved.
Mm.
Gotcha. Okay,
Love it.
here we go.
All right. I believe in you,
6,
Benno.
baby.
What do you got?
Roll a 6. 1.
You've rolled a 1.
What's good? Is this cute?
It's
Okay.
cute.
It is.
All right. I'm going to be like, did you know that you can also transform your Raichu into a bowling ball? And I will roll him up, and I will roll him across, and he'll just sort of fold down. And I'm like, and then I'm just gonna start snapping my fingers, and he's gonna start bounding and hopping around. There's this very adorable GIF of Raichus that bound at you, and they look super cute. And just like he's just bounding towards the judges, showcasing his giant, rosy, adorable cheeks. The creature is naturally my adorable Raichu Sparks, my oldest friend in the world, is naturally just looks super cute, and he will bound up to the judges, do a little spin, and then like pancake out for them, and put his tail on his head and do like a that thing where he like winks and like and then sticks his tongue out.
Nice. Nice. So yeah, give me a Q perform +1 here.
You got it. I don't know much about cute. I'm not. I haven't rolled. I have rolled 0 cools. All of my pre-thought stuff was like, oh, I know a couple of cool things I could do. Yeah. You're funny.
You had pre-thoughts. I didn't have any pre-thoughts.
I had like 1 or 2 pre-thoughts, but that was about it. All right,
That's
so
amazing.
cute plus perform. Go Sparks.
All right, 2. Now you just gotta hope the deck is in your favor.
Deck be in my favor, please. Come on. Oh God. Be a sheer. Oh!
Oh,
There you go.
wow.
So you're only gonna get the 1 heart because you are unnerved, but
Hold on, I
the
have a
audience.
cute trick. I forgot.
Oh, there you go. So that will
I
make
get the
you
2
a total
heart.
of 10.
Wow.
All right, so the audience
Oh,
is,
God.
of course, going to lose their mind. You already at full confidence, so I think
Can I
you're
use
sitting
that
pretty.
one?
All right,
character-
so
my
now it's
character-
Null's turn.
Okay.
All right, Null, I need you to prove that you can be a champion here. Okay, good. You did not. You've rolled a cool. This is good. And I think for this one, Void is simply going to. How do I want to say this? So Void's eyes are going to close for a moment, and then they're gonna snap open, and you're gonna see just solid, crackling eyes of gold. And as that happens, it begins to sort of circle Null on the spot, and Null watches as Void sort of circles them. And then in a flash, we see Void hop from one side to the other of Null in the time it took you to blink. And Null holds up her hand, and in her hand is a little bell. And everybody's like leaning in for the answer, like, what the hell is this bell? And Null rings the bell, and what happens is the golden electricity within Void's eyes arcs out and forms a heart,
Aw.
which may or may not go over well with the crowd. Let's see what actually happens here. You know, you gotta love it when you go into the big description and then they just roll like one
Yeah.
success. And, you're like,
And
well,
then
you
nothing
tried.
happens.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, 2 successes. That's let's hope deck does not screw me over. The deck has screwed me over.
Oh no.
That's the best card I got. So I think the crowd
Is
is
that
actually
losing
just
heart?
gonna yawn.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna lose 2 hearts.
Those 2
Oh.
hearts.
Oh my god, that's the
I
best
think-
one?
Yeah, it's not great. Not great at all.
Oof.
All right, well, it's time for everybody's favorite Pokemon. Time for Omelet. Omelet.
Go Omelet.
6
Go
spaces.
Omelet.
All right, so 1, 2,
Wow.
3,
Back to beauty.
4, 5, 6. Another cool.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. Omelet, I think Nurse Joy is gonna look at Omelet. Omelet will look back at Nurse Joy. Nurse Joy nods. Omelet reaches behind itself because apparently that's where Chansey's keep everything, and pulls out a set of orange tinted V glasses,
Oh.
which people know the reference, hopefully. But Omelet is going to put on the glasses, fold its arms across its chest, and proclaim, and see! And we're going to see what happens. I believe in you, Omelet. I believe
Come on,
in you.
Omelet.
Omelet, you can do this. I believe in you, Omelet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is 2. All right. Okay. Let's hope that you get some decent reactions. There you go, Omelet. There you go. You're on the
Okay.
board, kind of. You're gonna get 2 hearts. That puts you
Yeah.
at negative 2.
Negative
That's
2.
something. I believe in you, Omelet. In fact, that's what the cheers crowd, the crowd cheers. They're like, yeah, we believe in you, Omelet. You can do it. You can win.
Go Omelet. Okay.
All right.
I will click. Oh, so close to the grand finale. It's so
Well,
close.
remember, you
Uh-huh.
can give up your performance to roll another d6.
Oh. Yes, I would like to do that. I would like
All
to do
right,
that.
so you literally just don't need it. You need to roll anything but a 1 here because this would
Oh
put you
my
on
God.
tough. So you have to literally roll anything but a 1.
2.
Okay.
So Celadon is going to reach the grand finale first, and
Yay.
you're just gonna sit nice and pretty until
Yeah.
it is everybody is there. But that does mean, since you are the first to arrive, you get 10 hearts.
Oh my God.
10 total. All right, Benno, Sparks, what you got?
Dice roll. A 1. A beauty. Okay. Oh, I have a beauty trick.
There
Okay.
you go.
Beauty. So for this, Sparks will actually lift me up, with Psychic, and we will both, together, do a sky surfing performance. And I've trained with him, so he will lift me up, and I will reach out, and from the darkness behind the stage, a star themed a warp star will fly over and buckle under my feet and sort of attach to me, and with the power of Psychic, me and Sparks will do a giant surfing flying duet in the sky with the lights cascading down to create beams of surfing light for us to ride on, because we have no sea to ride for it here. And that will be the beauty performance.
I love it.
Yeah.
Give me a +1 on that.
All right. And who is more beauty? Who is it? Are you beauty, Spark? Me. I am beauty. Okay. Got it. Got it.
You are.
All right, let's see. Okay,
Oh,
4.
wow. And then they're all amazing.
They're all trash.
Of course they are. Uh-huh.
Oh my god, some of these are really bad. Got loud cheering.
All
Loud
right, so
cheering
you are
is
going to
good.
gain 2 hearts, 3 hearts overall, so you will be at 13.
Wow.
All right. Okay, Null. How will you disappoint me this time?
No.
Okay.
Oh, 6!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another cool. Because I'm running out of ideas. Cool. I think Void is just going to acquire a metallic guitar, like guitar. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is going to procure an acoustic guitar and is going to play a sick riff on it. And let's see how well Void actually does. I mean, I believe. Okay, all right, 3. Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice. And then let's see. Survey says
Mm-hmm.
if the cards would deal. There it goes. Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Uh-huh.
no way. No.
Wow.
What is it?
Wow.
What's that?
This is the best one.
Oh no! Wow, these
So
reactions are
Void
tough.
does. They are. They really are. And honestly, like when I'll show you guys the full deck, there's honestly like 2 negatives in there. So out of 8
Oh.
cards or out of 9 cards,
Oh,
this
you
is
know what it is?
extremely
It's
bad
because-
luck.
Is it because me and Yuma still have like 3 and 2 of the cards, and we have like?
No.
the deck
So
and-
that
oh,
doesn't actually affect anything. It is an infinite deck, so it rolls every single time which card to
Oh.
give you.
Oh,
It's
so
an
it is-
infinite deck.
it's
It-
like
Oh, so Void.
yeah, it's like one of those blackjack
the-
decks and in casinos
Mhm.
where they have just like the big shoe of like a million cards. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's rough.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, that's gonna be Noel's turn, and we all know why we're here next. We're here for Omelet.
Omelet.
All right, Omelet.
Let's go,
All
Omelet.
right, there you go. You've arrived, and since you are the second to arrive, you gain 2 hearts, putting you at a grand total of 0.
Yay!
All right.
Big proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
All right. So what I would say is, Sparks, it is your turn, and if you
just
reach
proceed
the
to
finish
grand, or-
line. Well, if you reach the finish line, you're gonna get 1 heart, and then Null and Void will all automatically be forced to the final. That way, we're not waiting for Void to, keep going.
Fair. Yeah.
All right,
Do
there you
get
go.
To the grand final.
All right. So the way the grand finale is going to work is you each have 1 final opportunity
Oh,
to
no.
use any of your trick cards and basically put on the best performance possible.
Okay. I've run out of ideas, but let me see.
You got this, Yuma.
Thinking. Okay. I will. I think beauty is the right one to do. And will. Okay. I'm going to grab a mic and because it's a grand finale, I assume there's like this center stage, there's like a walkway, and
Oh, yeah.
I will the lights will turn into like a bright fashion show sort of lights, and then I'll be like, all right, DJ, play that music, and then it will play like music for Celadon to kind of like the equivalent of strutting down a walkway. But for a Pokemon, and as the lights strobe, each time it strobes, Celadon will be in a different pose, whether she's like shaped like a heart or shaped like an arrow. She will do that as she like. And she'll like move positions closer and closer to center stage, and when she is at the end, she will be kind of like floating in the air, surrounded by a mist and water armor. What's her armor called? The aqua ring surrounding her, so that she looks like she's just kind of like a leviathan, sort of like floating there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Give me your beauty +2 here.
Beauty +2. Okay. Beauty and perform. +2. Submit. Okay. I'm
All
gonna
right.
spend
So,
a will then. If that if this is
okay.
the like I can spend one
Yeah.
one trainer will to get an additional card from any deck. So I will gain an additional reaction card because I'm thinking that this reaction deck doesn't like me.
All right. So, let me actually, before you draw anything, let me just make sure that I have the correct settings on because I'm starting to wonder. All right, these settings are correct. Let me actually manually shuffle it, even though shuffling shouldn't matter in this
In
context.
the infinite of the reaction context.
Shuffling
All
I
right.
shouldn't
mean,
matter.
in if you get snapped and Thanos snapped, and some people just get a really bad draw, you know.
This is true. This is true. All right, you may now draw 2 cards. May luck be in your
Okay,
favor.
2 cards. Okay, this is the good one. Okay, to gain 2 hearts and 2 confidence, and I have the tricks, so I should have 3.
So that does indeed bring you up into spitting distance of first place.
Ooh.
All right, Benno, we have a chance here
Okay,
for
I'm gonna
you
toss this
to
one away.
solidify your lead. What would you like to do for your final performance?
What happens if we tie?
If you tie, it's going to go to the judges.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting. Now I could, but what if I let them? I just look to the judges and I cross my arms and I say, I think we've done enough. Pass.
Oh. Pass.
And I'll stare them down.
The sportsman thing to do. I love it.
The confidence.
All right. So, I think Null is going to realize that there's no coming back from this and is also going to pass.
Wow.
However,
Omelet.
it is now time for Omelet's chance.
Let's
Everybody looks at
chance.
Omelet.
It's Chancey Chance.
Nurse Joy is going to play her cool card. And Omelet, again with the Gurren Lagann glasses on, is going to look within itself. It's going to point a hand at the sky and is going to once again proclaim loudly, Chansey.
In order to assist, I will throw off my majestic cape so that it lands upon Chansey's shoulder and begins billowing in the wind.
Can I make a
I
suggestion?
love it. Go for it.
As she's pointing, she actually uses metronome, and then you random an ability, and then it just uses that ability for the next part of, like, for whatever happens when it points to.
That's a really, really good idea. All right, so this is what I'm going to
Sick.
do.
Good job.
I'm going to give Omelet... How many dice should I give Omelet here? I'm going to give Omelet... Let me ask this. Yuma, you do have 1 Yuma remaining, and Benno, I think you got 1 as well. So would you like to help
Oh, I
out
got
Omelet?
Oh
here?
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
I love
No
omelet.
problem. Big give.
All right. So, Omelet, you're going to be rolling a total of +6 on this
Oh
because
my
we
God.
all believe in you. Okay,
Wow.
Omelet, you've gotten 6 successes. There is literally 1 card that if you draw this, Omelet, you may be able to pull this off.
Oh my god, actually just straight up win.
It didn't deal me all the right cards. Hold on. Why is it not dealing me all the cards? No, it's okay. That's not right. It gave me 4 copies of the same card. What? That can't be
What?
I
right.
can do that.
Oh, that can't be. I mean, random. It's potentially the same thing. Hmm.
4
Well,
copies of the same card.
You
oh
know,
my gosh.
this is all me really just buying for time because she did it. She drew the 1 card that would have allowed her to win this contest. No joke.
Really?
She has drawn row, row, fight the power. Pierce the
What?
heavens card.
Oh my god! Pierce the heavens.
You just make that card right now. You just made that bitch.
No, like no joke. That's been in the deck the entire time. Like no joke.
Oh
It's
my
been in the deck
gosh.
the entire time. I've been sitting here wondering, where the fuck is this card? They should be getting this card. Why are they not getting it? And then what
So
is
this is
Omelet
actually a
do?
low-scoring
Omelet waits till the
game.
fucking end of the contest, rolls 4 of the fucking things.
All 4 of them? Oh my god.
All 4 of them.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Oh
I
my
gain
gosh.
80 points.
80 points.
I play all 4 reactions. You can only play 1. I play all 4.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back and just out of curiosity run what the hell probability that was, but
That's so
That's
amazing.
okay, you know what? The dice are telling a story, we're gonna go with it. So everybody looks at Omelet, even the judges look at Omelet, and Zonsa takes off her aviator sunglasses, mouth hangs agape, and she goes, "My word, I have never seen such a beautiful Pokemon." Also, I'm outrageously French for some reason. And I think Honest Jim goes, "Well, that might be the biggest comeback I've ever seen in my entire history as a judge. What about you, Mark? What do you think?" "Actually, Mark, I don't care what you think because you're going to mention your 3rd wife." And Mark says, "Now, Honest Jim, I don't need to mention my 3rd wife because I think I've just found my 4th.
Oh, wait.
He's
That's
looking at Nurse
We're
Joy,
all
not the
just staring,
Chansey. He's
we're
looking
all
at Nurse
just-
Joy, not Chansey.
Yeah, he's talking about the Chansey.
I just look at you awkward.
Well, I mean, that's Mark. He's meant to be awkward. But anyway, I think with that, Honest Jim steps out with his microphone and says, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Devon Corp Exhibitionary Contest. Our winner, of course, is Nurse Joy and Omelet. And 2nd place is going to go to Yuma and Benno. And in a surprising upset, Null come in last. And Null, I do want to thank you for coming out. Do you have any thing you want to say to these lovely 3 trainers?" And there's a moment where you think Null is like gonna spit at them or they're gonna look down at them, but Null's frown actually turns into sheer joy. Like her mouth just completely does a 180, and she very gracefully takes the microphone and says, "Well, I will admit it wasn't a good showing for Void and myself. We were a little off. We didn't get a good start, but overall, I think it's important to say that these 3 trainers have a lot of potential, and I would be happy to compete against them in the future." And of course, the crowd, applause, goes wild. And at this point, we are going to now cut to the back room of the tent, because at this point, people are going to filter out. You guys need to get your winnings. Honest Jim follows Benno and Yuma back and says, "Well, now, that was quite the performance you had at that. And Mr. Benno, your showmanship is second to none. Well, since you both tied for 2nd, you will both achieve the same reward. And you're each going to get 4,000 polka dollars.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
So what this means, and I'll sort of do this in a quick fashion, you have 2 points here. And you have to spend them on 2 separate things, but you can spend it on fame, porters, connections, or sponsors.
Fame. What was the second
So
one?
basically, you have to
Reporters?
pick 2 supporters,
Oh,
as in
supporters.
fans,
Oh,
more or less.
supporters.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What's the difference between fame? I guess what's the difference between all of those things?
Sure. So fame is basically, will people notice you when you come into town, or are you someone that like you called your mom? You're like, "Hey, I'm on TV," kind of a thing. The example they give is that for 1 dot in fame, you have a few hundred followers on social media. So you've you've maybe done a debut, you've gotten a little bit into the VTubing thing, something similar to that.
Yeah.
For supporters, this is basically how far your fans are willing to go for you. So a 1 dot in supporters mean that they'll back you up if you're having a conversation with someone. So if you're like, no, man, it was totally this, and I remember it this way, like a fan will walk up and be like, yeah, man, she was talking about this, and, back you up that way.
Oh, I get it. So this is like, so Gary Oak has an ridiculous amount of
supporters.
Of supporters, because he's got the car, he's got a cheerleading squad
yeah.
he's with him at all time. Yeah. Okay.
So that's supporters. Connections is similar, but what it means is you actually have like a real life connection where you can maybe like, hey, I'm looking for a job, or hey, I want to get to know so and so, and your connections are opening doors for you, kind of a thing. That's connections. Sponsors is quite literally what it says on the tin, where sponsors are you actually are getting paid a little bit every week or every month, whatever you want to work out with your sponsor, but you're getting paid a little bit to basically show off a brand, to show off some form of branding, I guess I should say.
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
That's really cool. So I get one notoriety point, 2 notoriety points.
You each get 1 notoriety point.
We each get 1 notoriety point. That's
correct.
Interesting.
Yeah, I flubbed saying that earlier. That's my apologies.
Okay. I am interested in connections. It's like either connections or supporters seems more like what Yuma would do.
I mean, supporters would mean you could form the Iron Lions. I'm just gonna throw
that's
that
it.
out there.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, is this the start of the Iron Lions? I feel like connections is so beneficial later on in the game. You know what I mean? How can you form them without the connections, though? Okay. I think how widespread do supporters like supporters are like, oh yeah, we saw her performance and she was really cool. Like, then they'll stick up for me if they like. They're basically like my cheering squad now.
Little bit.
Basically,
yeah.
you'll
So
have
it's like...
Tianas every once in a while.
Okay, I'll go supporters.
Supporters. All right, just make a note of that somewhere. And then Benno, what would you go for?
I mean, I don't know if it super matters for me, but give me the connections.
Give you the actions? All right. No, it does matter. I mean, even if you're not on every week, I do sort of keep a living world to toot my own horn. But let's just say Yuria, if you remember Yuria Yuma, she's off doing some very interesting things right now to the east.
Cool.
I think with that, though, after you've gotten everything in hand, you've got your prize money in hand, you've kind of got that moment to yourselves. Is there anything Yuma and Benno you want to say to each other before we end today's episode?
Once again, it was right down to the wire, and I'm glad that we had another chance to face off.
So it was down to the wire, and what a chancey it was.
And then as we're laughing, the screen goes like that pencil style, and the announcer comes on.
Will they ever stop cracking bad jokes? Mark ever get a 4th wife?
Why did RNGesus decide to not give anyone that stupid card?
Oh my
Find out next time.
I can't believe it.
On Pokemon Iron Lions. Seriously though, like, how is that's gotta be? I'm gonna have to call my brother because he's the statistician of the family. I gotta get that. That doesn't seem
so
proper.
You gotta get like the probability for that. That was in there the whole time. Really? I thought you
the whole time. Let me actually.
It was so
let me
goofy
actually see
that
if
I
I
thought
can
you
deal the
literally just
entire
like
deck.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were
see.
stalling. I thought that you were stalling, and that you were just
No,
like.
if I was gonna stall, I would have done it a little bit better. But
Okay. I
all
thought you were
right, so let
literally
me
writing
just
the card.
let me throw cards here. So there was the nothing happens card.
Yep.
There was the loud cheering card. There is the silence card. And then there's the smiling card.
Okay.
And then there's another smiling card. So we're going to get, you know what, let me just manually pull them out onto the page.
Sure.
So here's the big card, the one that should have mattered to the entire contest.
Right.
Let's see. Unnerving is already there. Actually, no, unnerving isn't there. So here's unnerving, which we used a few times. Clapping.
I got that one a lot.
Yeah, here was clapping.
I never saw that card.
I never saw
And
that one
then,
either.
yeah,
I don't think.
here was board yawns. Like those 8 cards were the entire deck.
Wow, equally?
So, yeah.
Wait, where's
sheer
awe? That's not the entire deck. I got sheer awe. Gain 2
right.
confidence. Gain
Well, there's
2
2 smiling. That's why. It's because you have 2 smiling on here.
Oh, there's 2 smiling. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I see what it is. Here's sheer awe. Yeah, that is insane.
Wow,
that's hilarious.
But to also show you what would have happened with mishaps.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the mishaps were kind of cool. So there was the one that Chansey rolled, the uh-oh. There was Secret Plan, which is what Void drew initially. Then there was Lost Focus, where they would have lost 2 hearts.
Okay.
There was an Anxiety, where they would lose 2 confidence. And then there was Anger, but Anger is kind of a double-edged sword, that it would have gained a heart, but also lost 2 confidence.
People do like raging streamers.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But yeah, I mean,
that is true.
Honestly, that was my first time developing decks,
That's
and
cool.
I wanted to get feedback. I mean, was that a fun experience? I mean, is this something you'd like to do in the future? Is this something that needs a little bit more work? You know, what are your thoughts on that?
I had a lot of fun. Thank you for the little prompts to help, because I was drawing so many blanks, and I was like, oh god, now everybody's waiting for me to think of something. And I'm glad that those were there. I think that it felt like the RNG was a little off, like you said, because I got, like, of my trick cards, I got the beauty and cute twice in a row for both of them. And so I was like, oh, is it just because I'm locked into those 2 like stats? I didn't get a cool until the very last draw, after like I didn't have any more. So I don't know, maybe there should be some kind of like
Some
better chances of
so that you're
getting
not
a
stuck
unique
with it.
card. Yeah, or maybe an exchange option. Yeah, that sounds like a cool thing. I think that I could have drawn more if I used my will points. So I was kind of saving up my will for the end, just in case I needed it. But yeah. And yeah, I thought it was fun. It was like playing Monopoly, like you said, but like where Monopoly things are, or I guess 100% orange juice, where like things happen on each square. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say definitely closer to 100% orange juice.
Yeah. I think if we do a future contest, I'm definitely going to expand both decks, or because the trick deck stays the same because it's only 5 stats.
Right.
But I think I'm going to expand the board, and I'm going to expand the decks themselves. So there's just a little bit more variety. And I think what it is, and this is, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but I think what it is Roll20 uses a it basically takes in white noise that it picks up from space and turns it into RNG. So it's something where I have seen someone roll 4 1s on a D20 before in a row.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that something like this happened tonight, but it also is kind of like, really? This, I mean, all right, if that's the story you want to tell.
Interesting.
Hey, Benno, your thoughts?
I feel like more spaces with possibly a bit more diversity or variety might be better. But then again, though, like, I'm just trying to think of like what could be there. I'm thinking of traditional board games as well, and what is the most fun when having it. Honestly, at the end of the day, this is just an RNG hole, and these kind of board games can get really rough like that, where you can either just be like on a hot streak and you're just rolling fantastic, back to back to back to back. I'm just trying to think of like if is there a way if someone is like super big mode is there like I'm just trying to think of like a catch up mechanic to try and like I guess like there is no rubber banding in board games, but it's just like it just feels really disheartening. Like your big bad boss
Literally
was
jobbed, yeah.
shot in the foot at the beginning and then stayed shot in the foot throughout the entire rest of the match and didn't have a chance near the end of there. Whereas me and Yuma we're fairly somewhat neck and neck throughout the entire time, and then Yuma pulled ahead and matched me, and that was super cool. That was really tense. It was really sick.
Yeah, the intense moment there was good.
Yeah, but you're God, and I believe that what were they, like master rank or something? They're like super good at it. I saw
they were the highest rank possible.
Yeah, they had 4 cards, 4 of those trick cards to use. So like they had such a wide variety. They only had like 1 type not covered, possibly depending if if they have repeats or not. Of
no,
tricks
they had
covered.
3 repeats. They had 3 cutes. They had 3 cutes.
Wow, that sucks.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I'll go to the drawing board, whenever we get around to contests again, and I'll see what I can do to spice things up and maybe get rid of some of the RNG there, because.
What if you have like what if you have 2 actions? You have a roll action where then you land on a space and then whatever happens there, and then you can like do one other thing where it's like maybe you either boost someone else's performance, or you can maybe detract from someone else's performance or something. Maybe something that like a sabotage action or something of that nature. Depending on the type of character that you are, right? Obviously, if you're like I'm a more heroic type character, so I would foolishly use like a like a cheer on for another competitor and give them bonus dice or something of that nature, or
that's interesting.
Or perhaps like like haha, your next roll has a +1 or something, right? To go in like a catch-up mechanic, be like, oh hey, you got cheered on, so you can you have your 1d6 +2 for your next movement or something, so that you at least are minimum moving 3 or something of that nature, right? To like catch up.
Right.
It could be tied to your nature, like if you have like some kind of unique passive or something like that you can use, then maybe it could be, oh, I'm naive nature, so I will believe anything that people tell me. Like, I don't know, and I could potentially gain or lose hearts depending on if the person who is causing the action is like mean or nice. Yeah.
No, that's all good feedback. Cool.
Yeah, there was some in chat as well, so if you want to take those.
Yeah, I do see the ones in chat.
Nice.
Orphish, I think I'm going to try that in testing when I do the next testing. I have a feeling that something's going on with the infinite card deck, because again, it was really weird tonight. But yeah. I think that's where I'm going to end the YouTube recording.
Sounds good.
So YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Twitch, stick around because we're going to raid somebody. But YouTube, we'll see you later.